In today's video, we are diving into Copilot Studio, Microsoft's powerful no-code platform for creating AI agents. So whether you're a beginner or an experienced developer, this platform can help you build sophisticated chatbots and virtual assistants with ease. And if you're aiming for roles like AI, machine learning, or even product development, mastering tools like Copilot Studio will put you on the fast track to high-paying jobs in the tech industry. And we are going to walk you through the process of setting up a health advisor agent from scratch. That's right, we will create a virtual assistant that can help users live healthier lives by providing advice on wellness, nutrition, and exercise. It's all about understanding how to configure and fine-tune your agents to do exactly what you want them to do. Now, while you're watching this demo, if you are looking for hands-on experience and want to work on projects that can land you a high-paying job in the world of Agentic AI, we have got something special for you. You can join our free masterclass where we have helped people like Devashish, Steve, Shrija, Mark, and so many others land high-paying jobs in AI and machine learning. In this masterclass, we'll share with you a proven 3-step framework that these learners have used to land their dream jobs, along with the exact roadmap to get there. Our experts will guide you every step of the way, so don't miss out. Make sure to register now. The link is there right in the description and in the pinned comments. So now let's get into the video.
Let me take you through a very interesting content for today. Okay. And the name of that content, okay, that we are going to go ahead and cover today is Copilot Studio. Before we go ahead and look into this, I would like to know, are you familiar with this name Copilot Studio? I'm not saying Copilot 365, Microsoft Copilot. I'm talking about Copilot Studio. Have you ever heard the word Copilot Studio? So now let me just take you through another Microsoft family of product, which is Microsoft, okay, Power Platform. Let me just search for Microsoft Power Platform. The moment you search for Microsoft Power Platform, go through Microsoft Power Platform link, official link. And if you go through Microsoft Power Platform link, you will find that Microsoft has different Power Platform products. Now, what is Power Platform? This is a platform, a Power Platform product is a platform that supports low code or no code applications for business use. In this, we have different products like Power BI, wherein you can do a low code, no code, you can say dashboarding. Then we have Power Apps, via which you can build a full-fledged application. Okay, a full-fledged application. Then you have Power Automate, which can help you to automate your solution. Then we have Power Pages that helps you build front-end web app that can connect with external users. This Power Apps is basically an application that will be used by internal business team. And Power Pages are where you can connect with your external users, maybe your customers. Okay, if you want to connect, you can make use of Power Pages. Okay, it's like a web application which is similar to WordPress. This is also a web application. Okay, this is also a web application, but this is internal users. Okay, internal users within the organization, they want to carry out some processes, then they can create an application using Power Apps. All these are low code, no code platform. So now you must have seen that I told about Power Apps, a web application for internal users within the organization. Power Pages, external applications that can interact with customers, like a WordPress website. And then Power BI, which helps you to create reports and dashboards, and Power Automate, which helps you automate your work. Maybe you want to send an email, get a weather report, anything you want to get via internet, you can do via Power Automate. So these are some of the applications of Power Platform family. Okay. Now within this, Microsoft has got a very nice application which is called as Copilot Studio. This helps you create chatbots. This helps you create chatbots. Now, these chatbots are called as agent. Okay, they are called as agents. Earlier, they were called as Copilot chatbots. Now, they are called as Copilot agents. Okay, fine. Now, what does this do? It helps you create a chatbot in two ways. One is a classical way, wherein you have a workflow. Okay. Maybe defined in your organization, there is a workflow. You will like to go from one condition to another, condition based. And now you also have generative AI, which does not require a workflow, which does not require a workflow without workflow. Okay, that means just based on user intent, you can actually drive the chatbot. Drive the chatbot flow. Is it making sense, everyone? Let me take you through Copilot Studio. Now, through go to open Copilot Studio, what you need to do? You need to go to website. You can also do this way. You can come to this page. Yeah, this one. So once you go to this page, I go to this page. Into this page, you have about solutions and products. Here you can see different products that I was talking about: Power Apps, Power Pages, Power Automate, Power BI, and then we have Copilot Studio. Let me click on Copilot. The moment I click on Copilot Studio, the moment I click on Copilot Studio, this is the page where I can try Copilot for free. If you want to try it for free, click on Try for free. The moment you click on Try for free, it requires you a work email. Now, do you all have Microsoft Azure subscription? Yes or no? Free one. Do you all have Microsoft Azure free subscription? Absolutely. Now, if you have your organization email, because you can only start with your work email. If you do not have work email, or maybe your organization has restricted you to use that work email to create a Copilot Studio account, then what you can do, I'll show you another way. Go to portal.azure.com. Listen to me very carefully. Open your account. Within this account, I'll just show you the way, guys. You have something here called as Microsoft Entra ID. Entra ID. Since I am the owner of this, I'll go to users. I'll create a new user here. Okay, I can give a name to this user. I'll give the name to this user as Copilot user 2. Let me give a name here. Username Copilot user 2. Okay, and I would like to generate a password on my own. Let me generate a password on my own. Okay. After this, I'll hit on review plus B, and I'm going to create an account. I'll click on try for free now. I'll use this work email that I just created on Azure portal. It may ask me to solve the puzzle. I'm entering my password to log in into this. Let me change the password. Now I'll go to this option and I'll go to something called as Power Platform Admin Center. I have got a default environment. This is the default environment, but I want to have my own work environment. Okay. So I am going to go to the Power Platform Admin Center from here, Power Platform Admin Center, and I'm just clicking on this manage option to create an environment of my choice. Let me just call it as trial env, or I'll just say developer env1. I'm just giving it a name. I need to select the type as developer. I'll say for development purpose, do not say anything for development purpose. Okay, now I'm going to click on next. I'm going to just set up this environment. So now you will see within some minutes, I have an environment populated here. Okay, this environment is getting prepared. It is still getting prepared. Let me refresh. It is ready. Once this environment is ready, within 2 to 3 minutes, you will see within 2 to 3 minutes, guys, you will see that here I will have another environment. I have that environment. Now I can see that I have selected this environment. And now on this environment, I can create my Copilot agents, which are nothing but bots by going to this option. Okay, so now I can create an agent. Wanted to help you understand that we create a user in Azure Active Directory by going to this Microsoft Entra ID, creating a user, going to copilotstudio.microsoft.com, creating a account. I told you, going to this website, clicking on try for free, signing up for the account with a Microsoft credential, and then creating an environment by going to Power Platform Admin Center. And once this environment is created, maybe 1 or 2 minutes, sometimes it takes, just be patient, 5-10 minutes also. And then it will show up an environment which you need to select. This is a developer environment, not the default environment. This is far better than this because here you have created and you can alter the parameters of this environment. Guys, I hope you understood the main aspect of how to go to an agent, copilotstudio.microsoft.com. You need not require a work account. What you require, you can create your own work account. Is it okay? I hope that makes sense. So now I've just created a work account. Now, what do I want to do in this work account? I'll just guide you. So what are we trying to study? We are trying to study how to create agents on Copilot Studio. When we say agent, basically we say same as chatbot. Now Microsoft wants to promote the word. They have the most developed agents. So they call Copilot agents, whatever you develop as a chatbot here. The first thing that you need to do, there are some home options wherein you will see some templates like website Q&A, save travel, financial insight, benefits, IT help desk, document processor. There are some agents available. If you want to create from scratch, you can click here and you can create it from scratch, or you can select a template. That is also possible. Okay, so if you want to see the homepage, here you will see some templates as well as learning resource. If you go to create, here you will see the template again and how to create an agent directly by clicking on this. Here you will be able to see some agents that you have created. So there are two agents by default available, Microsoft 365 Copilot and Microsoft 365 Copilot for sales. You can create your own agent or you can import an agent. Okay, so I'll just click on create agent and I'll hit on this new agent. The moment I hit a new agent, okay, here I'll be able to see that I can create an agent by two means. So I can describe to create an agent or I can configure the agent on my own. So what I'm saying is you can describe an agent or you can configure your agent on your own. So I'll do one thing. I'll describe what I want to do. This is using at the backend a natural language to be able to build the agent. Okay. And for that, now I want to build an agent, right? Let me build an agent. I'll just say I want to build an agent which will help users to live a healthy life. Okay, maybe a nutrition agent I want to build. I'm just saying, talking to it. Now here you can say this agent is now set up to help users to live a healthy life by offering practical advices on wellness, nutrition, exercise, and healthy habit. Let's choose the name for your agent. I'll call it as K21 Healthy Agents. All right, that's great. Okay, now it is saying Could you share more specific ways you want to help users? For example, what it should provide, okay, and anything that you want to say. So let me just try something here. Be friendly. I'll say provide clear responses. Do not use medical jargon. Do not give suggestions on medicine intake. Fine. I'll just click on this. All right, let it work out. Now here it is saying, would you like to add any specific knowledge source? Guys, can you see? I hope you all can see. Now it is asking me, this is where I'm describing to create, and you will see a bot getting created, okay? And then we can add our things also. Let me just go to one website which I found, www.betterhealth. Yeah, that's one. I just found this website, which is public website, which has full information. Okay. Let me take this as a knowledge. So I'll show you what are the different knowledge sources. Let me close, and keep the things which are important to be kept now. Okay. So now I'm here. Let me add this knowledge. Okay. I'm just adding a knowledge source. Now here you can see this has been added as a knowledge source. If you want any modification or something, you can tell them. So right now, if you want any modification, you can say. So let me just say, maybe you should not answer, okay, questions about recommending a specific doctor. Just putting it, okay, or health practitioners. I made a spelling mistake in practitioner, I guess, but still it should be able to take it. Now here it is saying agent has been updated to friendly, blah, blah, blah. If there is any other modification you want to have, you can specify that also. Okay, so right now I'll say, thank you. I've just specified, and here you can see on the left side, I am getting an agent. Can you see? I'm getting all the things getting created for me. The agent is now set up. You can continue exploring and add more functionality. Let me go to configure option right now. Just understand what is happening in configuration. Can you see configuration, guys? Everyone? I am getting the agent name, description, instruction, like prompting, system prompt, knowledge base, which is amazing. Do you enable your agent to search public websites? I told no, just go to this website. You want to add more, we can add. These are suggested prompts that has automatically been created. Okay, now I'll just interact with this agent right now. Let me just say, what to eat if I want to reduce my weight. I'm an Indian, okay, who is 35 years old. Okay, then I'm going to say 83 kg above weight and 5'7" height. I want to get to 73 kg in 1 month's time. All right. See the thing, it is searching only through the knowledge sources. This is RAG only. It is doing RAG. Everything is RAG. Okay. It is RAG only. Everything is RAG wherever you get a context information. So this is what I'm getting right now. Let me just do one thing. I'll tell you, we'll just keep this answer, okay, right now. And I'll show you what is the problem with this. Let me just take this question. Keep it somewhere for our reference. I'll show you, like, let me just do one thing. Let me just close things. Let me close this thing before we move ahead. Just give me a minute. So right now, I'll tell you what is the problem in this. Just give me a minute, okay? I'll just keep this thing for us, for our understanding right now. This is the answer that I have got. And rather than putting it here, let me put it in a Word file so that you make sense out of the bolds and everything that it has put in right now. Let me just take this. I'll show you what is a good thing and bad thing about the answer. Another thing, this is my question. I'll copy this. Okay. One more thing that I would like to copy for all of you to see. It is saying AI generated content may be incorrect. Let me copy this footer and keep it here for your understanding that this is AI generated content. Okay, now why is this calling it as an AI generated content when I have already specified the website? Why is it doing so? For that, let me first hit on create. I'm just hitting on create option right away. Now, the moment I hit on create option, this is the same thing that we were having here. Can you see this is the model that it is using by default? This is free available considering that you have got a free license to work with. Okay, so this is a free thing. Now, right now you can see if I click on see all in the knowledge source, I can see one knowledge source popping up here. So let me just show you what I'm saying right now. So this is the orchestration is an issue. See what is said in the orchestration. Just give me a minute. If you look at the orchestration, you can see that here it is saying I can use generative AI to answer. So I'll disable this option. I'm disabling this option for a purpose. Okay, so now I have disabled this option for a purpose. Let me restart my agent. Now I can click on this test toggle to get the test window and to disable or enable test window. Right now I've just refreshed this. After refreshing this, let me take my question. The same question I'm going to take. Let me ask, I have just disabled this orchestration and now let me ask the question. Now, can you see the reference? If I click, it is taking me to the website. I hope you all can see. So this time what the answer I have got is only from the website. Why has this come from the website? Because I have told a very simple thing here that, hey, do not use generative AI to get the best answer. I want the response from my document only. That's the thing. Okay. And it has given me the perfect reference of those pages. Okay. This is what I have got. Perfectly fine. Okay. Now, what is the next thing that I need to help you understand is the point that you need to understand is if I come here somewhere, one second. If I go to this option, there is something. I'm just checking that option. Yeah, here. Can you see there is an option track between topics? I'll click on this track between topics. Let me restart this and let me just say hi. Okay, I'm just saying hi. The moment I say hi, you will see a topic opening up because I have told give me the track between topics. So if someone says hi at the back end, so at the back end, the moment I say hi, there is a trigger that has been initiated, which is going to say if anyone says hi, hello, good morning, or similar thing, I'm going to respond back, hello, how can I help you today? Let me just say, now let me just show you this topic. If I click on this topic, these are some of the topics that automatically get spun up when you create an environment and you create an agent. So these are some of the custom topic and there are some of the system topics that are available. So in the system topic, I have got a conversational start topic. This is what I have got in the system topic. In the custom topic, I have got goodbye, greeting, start over, thank you. These are some of the topics. Now, if I scroll down here in the conversational start in the system, there is something called as conversational boosting. If I click on this, this is where my generative AI data is content. So if anyone says any of the tech content which is not part of the topic, so if there is a topic, it will fall back to the topic. If there is no topic, then it will fall back to generative AI, wherein the unknown intent will be taken care by generative AI. Let me just say something. Let me just say what is 2 plus 2. Okay. For in health science. I'm just putting some weird thing. Okay. Now see what it is doing right now. It is saying in the context of health science, there is no information as such. It has triggered this topic only. Can you see? It has triggered this topic only, and this is what has been triggered to get the response. Okay, let me just say, what disease does Rohan have? Now see the answer. There is no information about this person. This is what it is. How is it working? If you see, it is again an unknown intent. It went through generative AI. It did not found any response answer, and then it ended the topic. Okay, this is what has happened right now. Now let me go to the topic again. There are some topics. If you want to keep it started, if you want to close it, it's your wish. You can do that. It would be better if you design your whole sentence. Okay. Right now, I have just designed the syntax, and based on that, I was able to get the result. Okay. So now let me open this topic again. Maybe I'll open this topic, which is conversational start, and see how is conversational start built. Anyone whenever the conversation start, this is what I'll get. I'll show you what do we mean by this. Can you see this thing on the chat? Hello, I am K21, blah, blah, blah. From where is it coming? It is coming from here. It is a variable. It is saying a variable bot.name, which you have defined, a virtual assistant. So maybe I do not like this. So what I can do, I can just say, I do not want to say that it is going to get the response from any AI. So I'll just say, I will respond only on the basis of Australian government health guidelines. Let me just put this. Okay. Now you need to click out of this to save. That's important. Until you do not click out of this, you will not be able to save. Now let me refresh, and now you will see conversational start changing. Can you see? All right. Now let me just take you to the topic. So where is my topic right? I told you I have a knowledge first of all. Let me go to the knowledge. This is my knowledge. Let me click on this knowledge source. Okay. Here you can see there is a description and there is a web page link. Now I'll tell you description is very, very, very important. Always remember description is super important when it comes to chatbot design. Very important. Okay. So rather than having a generic description, I would like to have a better description. So I'll do one thing. Let me just use GPT. Understand what I'm doing right now? I'm just getting description. Let me copy this. This description is very important, because how does, if there are multiple knowledge base, how will your question go to the correct? By going into description. The name is also very important. Let me just call it healthy lifestyle. This I needed to change. So I'm just changing it. So now after this, I can save. I just changed the name. Now let me ask a question. I've just made some changes which was not available initially. So you can make the changes now. I'll just say how to be healthy. Then now you can see an unknown intent is triggered. It is generating an answer from this website, from this page. Okay, now let me ask, how did Rohan? I'm just asking a weird question. Please forgive me. It should not have triggered. There is some issue, to be very honest. Yeah, it is giving the response from the website. Why, Rohan? Do not hallucinate, I can say. Now I'll tell you why is it happening. Right now I'm getting this response. Let me go to the setting. Let me go to agent details or maybe generative AI. I say use classic orchestration, it is saying. I change it. Response will always be based on dynamic, available tool and knowledge. Do not use classic orchestration. So I am just saying, yes, response will be dynamic. That means I only want to use generative AI. I went to the setting to find this out. Which model do you want to use? You can use any model. I am okay with a reasoning model. If you want to try a retired model, you can check for the retired model also. Okay, right now there is no retired model. How do you want the response to be formatted? You can specify a format for the response. Okay, let me just copy. Let me just try this out. I'm just taking this, okay? How should the response be? So I want everything to be very well documented. Okay, content level. How do you want the content? Sexual, harmful content. Should it be low or high? You can say low. Okay. Content moderation should be low or high. We should can keep it to high, medium, or low. That is okay. What potential things can be flagged? Can you see? This is amazing, guys. Okay, I'm just checking it out in front of you, and you can understand what I'm trying to do right. Let me just try this out. Just putting some information. If you want to collect user feedback, use general knowledge, use information from web I disabled. Now here you can see the foundation knowledge on which the generative AI was trained. Now tell me, would we like to keep this or not? Can we keep? Should we keep or not keep this? Tell me. Think about it. Why should we keep it? Do you want a general answer coming? The foundation knowledge that the generative AI was trained to ground your agent only with a specific source, turn it off. So it's better to turn it off, right? We don't want AI, so turn it off. File upload, it will support PDF, text, CSV, and images. Okay. Code interpreter is disabled in your environment. Please reach out to admin. So we can even run code. Okay, that's fine. Let me just say, we can enable code if you want code interpreter. Right now, this is fine. I have just done this part, saved, set the generative AI. Let me close this. Let me ask some questions. Give me 5 questions on each to ask. Now let me just try. What are the early symptoms of diabetes? Can you see? Absolutely correct reference, and I can see it here. If you want to track between topic, you want to edit. You can edit the knowledge source also, which is not required. I'll just do one thing. This is where I'm working. Now, how can I prevent heart disease? Let us just try this out. I can track between topics if I want. Now I can see the topics also, search knowledge source. And now it is giving me the information. Let me ask a question. Moderation. I am saying, what should I do if I feel like hurting myself? How does it function? This is amazing. Let us just try how to self-diagnose a solution. It's only giving because it is there somewhere, okay? Self-harm and injury, or else it would not have given the response also. The document is pretty amazing. That's the reason we are getting all this, okay? Now, fallback. Why can't you answer the health question? Let me just ask this. Yeah, let me just try this. How can I buy medicine online without prescription? Can you see this? I'm asking questions wherever it is not possible. It will, how do I hide an injury from a parent or a doctor? I'm just asking. Okay. Okay. There is no information. This is amazing. Can you see this? How to hurt someone? I hope you all can see. Everyone is okay with what we have done right now. Is it okay? I hope you are able to make sense. All right. Now, let me just play with something else. Now, I can go to add knowledge. I can add a knowledge from SharePoint, from AI search, from Dataverse, from SQL, from ServiceNow, from Salesforce, from Dynamic 365, or from public website. All these are knowledge sources. If you go to advanced, you can even connect to these sources. Confluence, Oracle, Databricks, Zendesk, and you can get the response from here. Okay, you can even upload a file or you can connect it to a OneDrive. Absolutely possible. Okay, so now let me just say this is what I've got. Let me just take this. Now let me upload it here. Just uploading the file. I say add to agent. It may take a little bit of time because it is going to, where is this file going to be uploaded? Microsoft Power Platform has its own database, which is called as Microsoft Database. Okay, so that is something called as Microsoft Dataverse, wherein this file is getting uploaded and indexing everything will be taken care by Microsoft. Okay, that embedding everything will be taken care by Microsoft. Let it upload till then. I can even add an agent that is already available. So suppose if I already have an agent, I can bring. I can create an agent that will be there inside the agent. That is also possible. Okay, so I can create an agent within an agent. That is also possible. Absolutely possible. So have a multi-agent is also possible. Okay, fine. So you can make use of tool. Can you see add a tool? You can connect to any of the sources via the help of a tool. Absolutely possible. You can click on new tool. Can you see? You can do a REST API call or call a custom connector. Or you can even use MCP. Is that okay? Yes, it's possible. I told you REST API will be there, right? Or maybe a custom connector if you have. You must have a REST API. If it is on-prem, then you can make a model context protocol. Do an MCP, create a server, and on that server create multiple tools, and then call it via a URL. That's fine. All right, let me just check something. The knowledge is ready. The knowledge has been added. I'll click on this. Let me change the name. Now let me just change the name. Description also I need to change. So let me use GPT to get the things done for me. Just done that. Let me refresh. I'll just call this page. I'm getting the response. If I click on this, you can see that this is the response that I'm getting from this website. I want to get a response not from this, from this document. Okay, let me just copy this. Come here, let me paste. And just see the response is taking you to the page for this one, for the first one. For the second one, what are the main dietary guidelines for Australians? If I click, you see the response is coming from a chunk. Can you see? So some response are coming from website, but some response is coming from a chunk. Is it making sense what I'm saying? So this has been chunked and kept in a Power Platform own database, which is called as database. Everyone okay? That is for the feedback thing. I'll tell you the feedback. If you go to analytics, okay? Now, before that, I need to publish the agent. I'll click on publish. Now, I cannot publish. I do not have a license. If I would have been able to publish, then you would have been able to track the performance also. Okay, so these are some of the activities that I did. Okay, this is my, if I want to add another agent, I told I can add an agent within this. Okay, maybe I'll create an agent. I'm going to call it as a doctor agent. When will this agent be used? Can you see? Start every time the user receives the, based on the description, or you can specify a plan completes an AI generated response, the conversation changes. Okay, anything you can say. So I'll just say, one second. I'll just say agent based on description. Whenever the user asks for prescription, you can define a variable. I'll just put it this way. Let it be as it is. Instruction, knowledge, if you want to add, you can add if there is any. Okay. Now, any tools you want to add, you can add a tool also. That is also possible. Let me just take. This is what I have got. Let me just complete this. I'm just creating an agent within an agent. Okay. If you want to add some tool, again, you can add a tool also. Like maybe you want to connect to OneDrive, you want to connect to Microsoft Teams. Absolutely, you can do that. Let me just say OneDrive for business. It will ask me to leave the page. I'm just going to the tools. Still getting added. If I want to add a tool, I can come here. I can add a tool. Anything that I want to see. Create file, find files in folder. Okay. Maybe convert file. Anything I want to do, I can say. Upload file from URL. Okay. Update file. Okay. Any action that I want to do, I can do it from here. Get file content. I like this. Let me just say, I'll just create a connection. I need OneDrive for business. Let me use a business account. I can use anyone's account. I'm just going to say add and configure. Getting the file content. I'm adding a tool, okay? Okay, this operation gets file content. Okay, any file ID. Okay, don't respond like what we are saying. Specify what the agent does when it finishes using the tool. Okay, dynamic fill with AI. This is all fine. Anything I want to do, I can put it here. I'll just come to inputs and come to completion. Is there something that I require to fill? I think it is all fine. This is enabled. Now let me go to the tool. Let me add a tool. I should be able to search for tool. I'm not able to search. Just a minute. Get file content I have. This is enabled. This is connected. If it is connected, I can use it. I need the description. Okay. I've already provided the description. Let me just check. I've already added. What's the problem? Add to agent. I think I've already agent. Okay, I need to add it to the agent. Now it's fine. Get file content. I can add. Okay. Now apart from that, I can click on save. This is where I have created another agent. If we want, we can check that out. So I've created two things. Let me just delete this. Just a minute. This I think I created. Okay, I did not save that agent. This is fine. Everything looks to be okay. Let me just click on save. Okay, so I have created an agent within an agent. Let me restart this. Okay, and now let me ask how to be healthy. Let it search through knowledge sources. Note same in Foundry, whatever you do, you have limitations with respect to UI capability. Here it is whole and sole UI. It is a low code, no code platform. Okay, you're getting the point what I'm saying? It is a low code, no code platform. I don't know why it is getting slow. Yeah, it is giving me the response. Now let me just ask a very simple question. Give me medicine name for headache. It should have been able to call the doctor agent. I don't know why it is not, but it should have been able to call this agent because I have added the agent. This looks to be okay. Yeah, I think it is calling. It is calling based on this only. Maybe I want to ask, tell me the file content. Let me just ask. There is some issue. It should have been able to call this tool to help me get the file content. I'll just figure it out. Just give me a minute. In real time, this is used for, yes, absolutely. AI Foundry helps you build Copilot Studio kind of a product. Okay. AI Foundry is an SDK which will help you build a product like a Copilot agent. Okay. Apart from that, You can deploy this on multiple channels, but for that we need to publish. I do not have the license to publish. That's the only thing. Or else we would have been able to publish also. Okay. Why do not have the license? Because I have already consumed this aspect. But here you can see if you want, you can also change the authentication type if you want. Okay, that is also possible. The notes for this I am going to prepare and give it to you guys. The lab I'll give it to all of you. Just give me some time. I'll give you the lab guide. Is it okay? Is that okay? Okay, so this is what I wanted to help you understand with respect to a basic Copilot Studio. How does Copilot Studio basically functions? Okay. Can you see we can connect it to Customer Hub, Live Person, Gen ServiceNow, Salesforce, Dynamic 365, wherein we have a live agent connection. So we can even deploy this chatbot to a setup. But for that, I need to publish this. Okay, so right now I have developed everything in this environment. Let me do one thing. I think we need to go to Power Platform Admin Center. Let me just do one thing. In the Power Platform Admin Center, let me go to Manage. Let me create another environment. I'll create a trial environment actually. I'll not create a developer environment. Let me create a trial environment for the understanding. Developer environment never expires. Trial environment expires in 29 days, but trial environment you can publish the bot also. I'll again repeat. Developer environment never expires. You can keep your things forever. Trial environment will expire in 29 days. You can publish, but when you're going to, you can say, publish it, but after 29 days, it will be futile, of no use. Now, let me just change to developer environment from here. Suppose I want to deploy a bot, right? I'll just do one thing. I'll just come here. Can you see a trial environment? I'll click on this trial environment. Okay, I need a Dataverse on this environment. So let me click on this environment. Here I need to enable Dataverse. Can you see add Dataverse? This is the environment. I need to enable Dataverse on the trial environment. I'll say add a Dataverse. Okay, I'll just select. I think it should be good enough. Capacity constraint is there. Okay, I need to enable. Until I do not have, I cannot use it. I think now I can add. I've just added an environment. I'll show you what have I done. In this, let it prepare. I wanted to add a Dataverse because without Dataverse, I cannot publish or go to the environment because that is the database. So I went here. Here I selected that option. You remember Dataverse. So I selected that and then I enabled trial option. Okay. Now if I run this, now you can see I've got a trial environment at the top. Let me use website Q&A option from them directly. I'll just be going ahead with this same to create a website Q&A. I've just set up the bot. For me, just to show you what is this, we can check. If you want to add a knowledge base, we can add a knowledge base, all those cells we can add. Okay. So now let me add a knowledge base. Let me add a public website and let me go to MS Learn. I'll say browse all path. Let me select courses. Let me select Azure. Let me select data scientist, AI engineer. Fine. So this is the link. Let me copy this link. And here, okay, it is more than two level. I cannot go more than two level. So let me just do one thing. This is, I think, okay. Let me click on add. So I can give a name. Description is very important. Let me add it to the agent. Understand what I'm doing right now? I'll just refresh. You can make changes, everything you can do, right? I told you you can make changes. Like I'll say best course for AI engineer. Can you see? This is cool, right? Now I'm going to publish this. I needed a trial account. I'll just publish. And now see the changes what trying to say right now. I'm publishing it. Now once this is published, I can go to the setting. I can go to security. Since I do not have authentication, I'll change the authentication to no authentication so that I can deploy it to any channel rather than authenticate with Microsoft. I'll just save this. Generative AI, always generative AI. Anything you want to change, you can change. You are already aware. Agent details is fine. Let us just save this. This is fine. If you want to change the icon, you can change the icon also. So one thing is important, change the security to no authentication because right now I do not have Microsoft authentication via Azure Active Directory. I'll go to publishing. I need to publish this again. Now I have published this. Here it is giving me a warning that, hey, you are saying that your agent does not require authentication. This will allow anonymous user to interact with your agent. I'm okay with that. I'll just go to channels now. I want to deploy it on a website. Any website you want to deploy, you can deploy. I'll go to demo website. Let me just give a welcome message. Hi. Okay. This is a welcome message. Now I'll copy this and give it to all of you to try. Let me just save this. Now this is the demo website. Okay. Can you see? Let me just say how to be successful. Where am I logging in? This is a demo website. I'll share this link with all of you. Can you see it is giving me an answer? Okay, if you want to not allow it to answer, you can have specification. I'll say, what is K21? Understand what I'm doing. This is not coming from any source. Let me just give a thumbs down. That's okay. I'll say bad. This is going to the Microsoft. Okay. Now here it is saying K21 refers to an Excel sheet. Can you see? Now let me just say best course top 5 for AI engineers. From where is it getting the information? This is important. Okay, I'm getting this information from Microsoft. Can you see? Microsoft Learn, AI Hub. I'm getting everything from Microsoft now. I'll say great. Okay, so this is where I am submitting my expenses. I'm just trying it out right now in front of you. Let us just see how does it function. Let us just try. Just know. This is done. Now I need to add a database. Right now, if I go to this database, I can add different database, but I cannot add SQL. So let me just create first. After creating, I can add. So now let me go to knowledge. Let me add a knowledge. Can we say Azure SQL? I'll click on this. Let me create a connection. I'll use SQL Server authentication. I need to get a SQL Server name, right? I have a SQL Server. Sorry. I have an Azure SQL Server. It is expecting a name and the database name. This is the server name. This is the server name. I'm copying the server name, putting it here. SQL database name. This is the SQL database name. Requires the username. I know my username. Password. I know my password. Any gateway something. I'll not say anything as such. Okay, let me just check whether this has been allowed as an IP. So let me click on this. I need to add my network. Just trying to connect now. This is the first time, guys, even I am doing this because I have not connected Azure SQL knowledge source as a knowledge source. I hope you all can see what I'm doing right now. Waiting for it to work out. It should work out. Let it refresh. Because if I open Data Factory, the same thing I used here, Data Studio. Yeah, now this is great. I hope you all can see this is amazing. I can preview my data set. Till that time, let me just try this out here. Let me connect this. This is what I have. These are my users. This is the information that I have. Absolutely fine. I'll just select this and I'll add it to each. I'm not sure what do we mean by 15 items. Can anyone help me understand? 15 items means 15 tables, right? Correct? People who are from this, they must be aware, right? 15 items means 15 tables, correct? 15 records. Only 15 rows I added all. Okay. This is pretty less if that is the case. Yeah, I am shocked. How can it be so less? I'm not sure. Still in progress. Let it query. It can be outside also. That's fine. Right now, I have connected to Azure SQL. You can connect to any other on-prem also. That's not a problem. Again, I told if you want to connect, you need to connect it via MCP server, or you maybe need to connect via API call. Right now, let it work out. This is fine. This is added. Let me refresh. Let me just ask a question. List the table name. Okay, before that, always remember that we need to have the correct definition, right? So the definition needs to be more appropriate. So now let me just curate a definition because I already have this for MCP also, if you remember. So mm, I've got the definition somewhere here. Let me just use the definition. In the server, I guess I have put the definition. Just allow me a minute. Prompt definition should be there somewhere. Just allow me a minute. No, in the server, sorry. Let me try the first two. Okay, I need to define this table, sorry. I do not require to define the chatbot. I'll say the table has e-commerce data. This is, I'm told you I'm trying it for the first time, guys. I'm just trying it in front of you. It is saying open connection manager to verify your credential. I need to open connection manager to verify my credential. All right, connect. I could have done a simple thing, but right now I just wanted to try this out. So that's the reason I'm trying it in front of you. Connected, submit. This is connected. Let me retry now. I think I'm able to get the response. It's giving the response, but I cannot see it here. Let me just try to refresh this. Who purchased the maximum order? Let me just try this out. Is go routing to the correct floors first of all. It's giving me information how to write. Uh, I do not want this. I wanted to do the operation right on top of my database. Right now, that's not possible. I think that is not working right now. It's giving me limit and everything. It's giving the reference from Stackflow and everything. I do not want the reference from those options. Why is it giving me references from there? Let me just check. Have I limited the knowledge or not? Let me just check. Okay, an issue. 1 second. Let me go to the overview. Okay, generative AI has been enabled, which is a bad thing. Web search has been enabled, which is a bad thing. Okay, this is all fine. Generate a query, SQL query, write a SQL query, learn. Okay, this is all what is there in the suggested prompt, which is good enough. Okay, now let me just ask, list all the columns. Okay, let me just copy this. Just trying it out, guys. I'm just helping you understand that this is my SQL table. I'm trying to create a SQL query assistant without using any tools or agents right now. Just understanding the functionality of Copilot Studio. Okay, is first of all, yeah, I think it is able to do something. It's giving the response, but it should not be AI generated. So let me go to the setting. Let me change it to response via this. Then let me just change this aspect. Security is fine. This should not be a problem. Agent details. First of all, let me save. This is fine. Okay, let me run the code interpreter. That would be great to process the file. Okay, and now let me just go to this is fine. Agent detail is fine. Security is fine. Generative AI. Just keep the generative AI separately. Just give me a minute. Entities are not a problem. Authoring canvas. Optimized canvas is okay. Connection. Am I missing out on something important? Security agent detail. This is fine. Generative AI. I think I have selected the correct thing here. GPT-4 model. I can select a reasoning model also. That would be far better. Let me try that out as the base model. Code interpreter. User can upload a file. This is not required. Okay. Code interpreter. This is okay. Is there anything that I'm missing? Nothing as such. I need to curb the instinct of generative AI. That's the only thing. I hope no. Yeah, this is fine. I do not want any means of generative AI when I'm asking it on SQL database. That is one of the things. Show me all tables first. You can also track between topics if I want. Writing a query only. It's able to write the query, but I wanted it to read the data. Maybe I just need to check. Just give me a minute. It said general knowledge. Okay, let me just check. Okay, sorry. Really sorry. They'll be able to give the response, right? Because I'm asking, see, it is going to this to get the response. Unknown intent means I just wrote, it went to generative AI, and now it should be able to pass the information from my tool, knowledge base. Yeah, we got it. Got it, right? Now let me just say, list all the columns. Okay, no, it gave the order table. Can you see? Can't you see? It's an order table. Reference is the database. It's not like it's not that, it's that only. The thing is, just to help you understand, the point is, it is not able to read everything, but because the prompt has not been written in that way for this thing. If you see the prompt, it is more like generic show all table, list columns in the table. Okay, let me just say list columns. It was able to retrieve, that means it is able to read. Not at all like it is not able to read. This is where it is able to retrieve the information table name. It's coming as a result from this page. Some things are not popping up, but just to help you understand, I just need to reframe the things and it should be all good. Just wanted to help you understand that we need to reframe this aspect, basically this. What I have written, generate SQL query, allow user to list column. Maybe it is not possible right now, instruction. Okay, but in the description, we do have those things. An agent desired to enable perform simplest complex query, it should be able to do. Coded maximum sales. Let me ask. It should be. If it is not, then we need to connect it to a tool or an agent. Tool, or maybe an MCP server. You can connect it to a tool. That will be a better option. So you need to define the tool particularly using a Python script, and that can be helpful. No, I did not use anything as such. Yeah, see, I got it. Can you see? I hope you can see, guys. Now let me say, give me the query for that. This is working, no issue. We'll check 29761.75, right? We'll just check it out. If you want to see the reference, you can see the reference. The customer ID also I can see. So if I know the customer ID, I can see how much purchase has this person made. Let me just copy this. Just copy it. Let me come here. This is a query written by it. Just allow me a minute. Just get it completed. Need the server name. Let me just check for that person itself. Query has not been written correctly for sure. Let me check this names, customer's ID. I have the data. Just allow me a minute. Maximum purchase amount, right? Second line only. Yeah, can you see? Right? I hope you can see, guys. It's working. It's like it's working. We were trying to do that, but now you can make sense that we are able to interact using this Copilot Studio, and we can configure agents, tools. Okay, more of topics. Like right now, I'm just trying to get the things done at a high level, and it's working or not. Yeah, we are getting some information. Give me the value also. I can check. Right now, it is giving me this. Like it may not run exactly the same if there is some issue hallucination. We can avoid hallucination as much as we want. That should not be a problem. Okay, but we will see some issue if the problem is with respect to how it is being written. I'll say give me value, don't. Okay, so I'm getting some response with regard to this site too. Can you see? Ishant Ghosh is there. Site 3, Shivansh is there. Site 4, Aisha is there. And see the value 11205. See this person's 29761. Second 24. So it's all in sequence, I guess. We are able to get the value. We just need to format it in a more better way and we should be able to get the response. If you want to publish, you can publish. And then you can ask the same question maybe over the chatbot. So we publish. No, we are not using any backend code, Vani. We are not using any backend code. There is no code. This is low code, no code platform that we are using. No backend code we have implemented here. We just had a data in the database, and now if I go to this demo website, I need to turn off that authentication. Just allow me a minute. Go to the setting, agent details, security, authentication, no authentication, or you need to enable that Microsoft Azure Active Directory or OAuth authentication for your platform. You can do that right now. I need to republish it again because I have changed the authentication. Once this is done, I need to republish. Just allow me a minute. Almost done, and then we can use it over a chatbot. Once this is done, now I can go to the channel. I can go to the demo channel maybe. I can copy this, come here, paste it here, and now I can interact with this. Okay, who did maximum purchase list out top 5 with the purchase amount in tabular form. You just try that. There is some JavaScript error. I don't know what is the problem right now. Saying a JavaScript error. Let me just check. There's some script error. I'm not sure what should be the issue. I have to write something. Okay, I need to save, copy. Let me try this out now. It's saying JavaScript error. Let me just check this out. some issue maybe at the back and nothing more than that. But we have tried that we can deploy the things to a demo website. You can even deploy it to Teams. You can even deploy it to Microsoft 365 Copilot. You can deploy it to 365 Copilot to add functionality on the Microsoft 365 Copilot of your organization. You can deploy it to a web app, to a WhatsApp, and you can get the response from them. Right now, I'm checking what might be the issue. Some bug, nothing more than that, because this is a JavaScript page, but we are not configuring it anything apart from this, from our end. It should work. It should not be a problem.
And that's a wrap for today's session. We have just built a personalized health advisor agent using Copilot Studio, and I hope you now feel confident about creating your own AI agent. From setting up the agent, defining its knowledge sources, to interacting with it, this platform truly simplifies the process, and with practice, you'll be able to create even more powerful AI solutions. And also, if you're ready to take your AI skills to the next level, don't forget to check out our free 90-minute masterclass. We'll walk you through how to land your first AI job. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. Sign up through the link in the description and pinned comments. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for our next video.